All right, so we're about to quickly start looking at different tumor conditions of the ovary. So, okay, different conditions of the ovary. So we're about to I'll just refresh our memory on the embryology of the ovary. Okay, just have a rethink, okay, of how the ovary actually come about. So what we have here, we say for the embryology of the ovary, we are basically trying to talk about how the ovary develops, okay, in a girl child, of course. So embryology of ovary is a fascinating journey. You are trying to explain, all right, in fetal development, okay, and you are trying to lay foundations, okay, to how female reproductive system actually come to be, okay. So what we have for the origin and development, genital ridge formation, okay. Genital ridge formation is the first, okay. Genital ridge formation, or I think they call it gonadal ridge, right? Genital ridge or gonadal ridge, okay. So the ovaries originate from the genital ridges, which appear about around the 5th week of what? Embryonic development. Primordial germ cells migration. So these cells, they migrate from the yolk sac to the genital ridges by the 6th week. Their arrival is essential for gonadal differentiation to see if the child is becoming a girl or the child is becoming a guy, okay. Then indifferent gonad stage. So initially the gonads are bipotential. They can become testes or ovaries, okay. So if the embryo is excess, it now goes on to start forming the ovaries. Yes, ovaries, do you understand? If it is XY, that's when you now start having the testes coming up, okay. You can pause here to read the summary, okay. So differentiation into ovaries, okay, we said that genes like what, the WNT4, the DAX1 genes, they are the ones that facilitate this ovary development. RSPO1, the FOXL2, they are also very crucial in suppressing testicular pathways. So it will help, it will make you start reasoning that, okay, if anything happens to these genes, of course there will be issues in development. Do you understand? So that's how I think. Then cortical development. So germ cells, they settle in the cortex of the developing ovary, where they begin to proliferate and enter meiosis 1, arresting in prophase until puberty, okay. So the next up, what we have, fetal ovary milestones. So oogenesis begins by 12th week, okay. Oogenesis is 12th week, and follicle formation is around the 20th week. This oocyte, they become surrounded by follicular cells forming primordial follicles, then follicle reserve. So at birth, at least, you're having approximately 1 million primary follicles, okay. So structural highlights: tunica albuginea, the connective tissue layer beneath the germinal epithelium. Cortex contains the follicles at different stages. Medulla is the blood vessels, lymphatics, and all of that. So in general, you should just know that if there's any issues around here, okay, you can have all those developmental issues coming up in the girl child, okay. So that's it for the embryology of the ovary.